And let me just turn it around.
Okay.
Okay. Hello, everybody. Oh, jeez.
It's the way the table's set up.
Yeah, we've had a hard, I don't know, this month has been hard, but anyways, welcome to the Witching Hour with Nina.
And Miranda.
And we're here. We're late, but we're making it. And do you have your phone on, I think?
Oh, shoot, my man.
Yeah.
My bad.
She said, my man.
I know,
What is she thinking of?
What is he thinking of?
Right?
Just kidding.
I have somebody asking me, like, I keep dreaming about somebody from my past. I don't know why. You know, is it because they're thinking of me? And I'm like, well, it's hard to say at this time of year because this time of year is this whole year has been surfacing your traumas, your fears, your hidden self, shedding the skin because it is the snake year.
Yes.
And so I said it's hard to tell. It depends on how that ended, and so that is what I'm going to start talking about. First of all, is the art of letting go. And this is anything in your life that is no longer serving your highest good, that you're having a hard time with, whether it's relationships or items, family members, friendships, things like that. And, you need to learn how to let go without abandoning you. Okay. So the first and foremost, make sure you're ready to do this. You're not doing it out of emotional, I just want to hurry and, do this. People get frantic and they do things emotionally sometimes, and they don't really think of the consequences or if it's even safe for them to do it at that moment. Because sometimes you do need time to heal before you move forward with that. So what is letting go? What does letting go mean? The release, it is a release from your body. Anything that we release that no longer serves us, whether it's energetically, spiritually, physically, mentally, there is some form of release of an attachment. But when it comes to relationships and people and ideals of things, it's releasing the attachment to the outcome. So, I can't let go of my man because I was supposed to marry him. Like, I've been there, okay? I'm not going to say nothing I ain't never been through. So the releasing the attachment to the outcome. What was the outcome? I thought I was getting married. The outcome, I thought I was moving to this tropical island that was going to be beautiful.
I thought I was going to move in with him, and then turns out he had his ex-bitch living there. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're
again, nothing we haven't been through.
The attachment to the outcome. Okay? And then you have to accept what is, not what could have been. You have to accept what reality is, not what your illusion tells you. Oh, but we could have done this, but I invested this much time. People make excuses all the time for why they don't want to let go. And the fear is because they feel like it's a finality. Look, letting go does not mean that you're forgetting them. It doesn't mean you're erasing any love, or you're rushing healing.
You're just accepting what it is.
You're accepting what it is. You're not forcing closure. So if it's meant to be that you guys stay together, you're not forcing closure by letting go. What you're doing is giving your soul the freedom to still grow without having that bind holding you back. You can still love somebody and let them go. That's just like loving people from a distance. Okay? So, I know me and Miranda have both been through and I'm going to stick with relationships on this topic because it's just easier to connect with that. But we've had a hard year with that.
No, we have. It's been rough.
Yeah. And sometimes
rough.
Letting go doesn't have to be all trauma either. Sometimes the reasons are not traumatic. It's just because timing isn't
Yours
allowed.
wasn't traumatic. Mine was a nightmare.
Yeah, hers was an absolute nightmare.
It still is, but we're getting there.
Right. And then sometimes we wonder, well, why am I holding on so tightly? Was it meant to be? Is this my soulmate? I'm going to tell you because we've talked about trauma bonding, okay? So it's confusing trauma bonds with soul connections, first of all. That's why we hang on so tightly, because we think they're meant to stay in our lives, okay? they'll stay in your life as long as you're not learning the lesson, but this doesn't mean it's going to fix anything.
Yeah.
Things are going to get worse.
They're going to get uglier.
And ugly. Fear of being alone. And I honestly don't know anybody who's fearful of being alone, because a lot of the women I'm around are strong, independent women. They're used to being alone. So I can't resonate with that one. But it's also ego versus intuition. Your ego. No, I put my effort here. I'm not going to let another bitch take what I worked so hard for. That is the stupidest reason I've ever heard. And so you're going to keep yourself in a toxic situation where it's degrading you and taking from you because you put in the work. Put in the work, don't put in any more, and let the motherfucker have them. Because I guarantee you he will not maintain that energy.
Same.
Will not maintain that energy. Because you lose who you are. This identity loss is like putting somebody before you, okay? When you put people before you and before your own nurturing, before your own well-being, and their life is more important than yours, you put other people as a priority. And this is your kids also, guys. Your spouse, your kids, family members, anybody. You lose who you are, and you don't know who you are without them. Some people are devastated when they hit the empty nest season. You know what I mean? They're devastated. They're like, I don't know who I am without them. Why? Because we gave our all as parents to our children. And I know,
I feel like women especially. I feel like women, we strive to be the ultimate mother, the ultimate wife, the ultimate to our siblings and everybody. I feel like women especially really do struggle. And I'm not trying to bag on men, because I know that men struggle a lot with being the ultimate providers. But
the ultimate perverts.
Where's my mind tonight?
I know that was coming out of your mouth.
I know, what is pervert in my head? Oh, that's awful.
Oh, my Lanta. Anyways, so I know when my kids left the house, I was like, fuck yeah, party time. I can cook naked. I can walk around naked. Like, I was happy. And then after a week, I was like, okay.
You're like, this is weird.
It was weird. Then it was COVID and shit like that. So, like, it was a really strange era and strange point in my life. And then I'm just not right sometimes. Okay, another reason why we hold on so tightly is the dopamine or adrenaline. It's the addiction to the chaos. Because if there's not chaos, then you're not there's no action in your life. There's no context.
A lot of us don't know how to deal with that. And I find that with people have problems letting go because they're addicted to that chaos. You guys, that is a trauma bond. Stop it.
Trauma bond. Yeah. I have a couple of very close people to me that are very trauma bonded, and I don't think they realize it, so I'm not going to call anybody out.
I love that.
But
I am going to call some people out.
Okay.
It looks like Time to Relax is on here. Hello.
Hello.
And then Susie. Hello.
Hi, Susie. Thanks for joining us.
Got you guys scared for a minute, huh? No,
Yeah. Okay, so that addiction to chaos is probably one of the main ones, because we naturally get addicted. Our bodies get addicted to certain chemicals like the dopamine, the adrenaline, the dopamine. And when it's no longer there, we feel empty. Especially when it's like constant, you do have to find other things to do with your energy. Otherwise, you're going to fall right back into the same routine as far as not letting go in the chaos. So here's some signs that you're ready, and do this at your own
pace.
Yeah, at your own pace, but also don't punish yourself. You don't need to punish yourself, because I am letting you know that releasing a lot at once is traumatic, okay? So if you can do one thing at a time, little by little, and that's what your pace is, do it that way. But if you do want to just zip and cut and let loose, and you're ready for that, and you just have that willpower to do that as well. It just depends on the individual person. Anyways, when you're exhausted, your spirit is exhausted. When you are that exhausted and you just can't even do it anymore, that is a sign that you're ready to let go. you just have to keep explaining their behavior to yourself.
Absolutely.
You know, because it is hard. It's easy to get caught up in the dream or the what used to be, and our minds automatically will go back and focus on the good times. We don't focus on the bullshit, because at that point, our desperation, it doesn't even fucking matter what they put us through, because the fear of being alone, being without them, not knowing what we're going to do without them sets in. Okay. Your nervous system's always on edge. Always on edge. So if your nervous system has had it's shot, more likely you're ready to let go. You miss who you were before the pain, before the bullshit, and you want peace more than the passion. You know, because some people, and I'm gonna say a lot of men are this way. They come in and destroy you, and then they'll put it down real nice, you know, and make you think that everything's okay. And you think that with that sexual interaction, that things are gonna get better. It is an illusion. It is a tactic that's used for them to just continue doing
what they're doing.
At their own.
And don't forget, guys, women do the same thing.
Yeah, women do
the same thing.
Women do the same thing, yes. And you know, I forget to say that because
she's talking about y'all putting it down. No, I'm just kidding.
Right.
You're like, Miranda, shut up. Where's your mind tonight?
Well, I can put it down, so.
There you go. As I flash everybody my bra. That's crazy.
Right. So spiritually, the perspective of letting go is, you know, just knowing that. And when you are spiritually connected, you have to come to some understanding, whether it's your faith base that you find understanding, or your spiritual self, your deities, your higher being, your mentors,
your
ancestors. Sometimes people are lessons and not lifetimes, okay? They are lessons, they are not there for a lifetime. And we've spoken about this in our Trauma Bond and Soul Connection episode. So if you haven't seen that yet, go back and watch that.
It's good, you guys.
Yeah, it is really good, and you'll understand a lot more of what we're talking about.
And I mean, that hit us too. That resonated really well with us on a lot of things, and you know, I got called out.
Yeah, it called us out. Okay, we had to do some self-checking right there, and you know, there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that, because we don't all know everything.
No, we don't. And that's, I think that's the point too. And I think that's what a lot of, because we're spiritual workers.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of spiritual workers automatically think you have to target each other, but you don't. We are a community and we protect each other. Nobody else is going to protect us. You know what I mean? So we should actually have each other's back. And it doesn't matter what level of knowledge you're at or anything like that.
Exactly.
You know, we're all growing, we're all learning, and we all specialize in different things, and we can help each other move forward with that.
Yes, and that, you bringing that up, I'm going to also add that sometimes people think just because you have answers for them, you have answers for yourself, and your life should be perfect. What? You know, what?
I know, I love that. I think that's one of our biggest, things that we get from our clients. Well, how did you let this happen? Well, first off, the cards don't read for myself, damn it.
Yeah, exactly. And, you know, we had some gentleman come in the other day, and he was like, well, I take off my own attachments, but they keep coming back. And I'm like, okay.
We don't cleanse ourselves here, and we've actually had to stop cleansing each other.
Yeah, so we have to go to outside sources.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just because of our closeness and our energies, because we do work very close together. But I'm just going to say they continue to come back because he doesn't have, individuals don't see the truth all the time. They might know, oh, I have this attachment, but why is it stuck there? What is the root cause of it? They don't know that. So with that being said, go to somebody else to cleanse you. Like, it's okay. It is okay. You're not going to know everything. And this gentleman, I gave him a little bit of insight on what I do, but I still expect him to come back because he ain't going to be able to do it. Just because, I can already tell. He was already in denial. He was speaking over me when he was asking for advice. I hate that shit, okay? Don't come and ask me a question, and I'm going to sit here and take time out of my day, unpaid time, okay, to explain to you, and you're going to talk over me, because I don't give a fuck about your situation or your things. I really don't. What it is, like, you asked for my advice with my whole heart and my whole chest, I'm going to give that advice to you, and I'm going to tell you straight up. But if you're not even listening,
okay, that's a problem. I get that sometimes too.
I can't stand that.
Okay, so I know you know the story. I know the owner of the shop knows the story. This girl that came to me and wanted a reading, we gave her a reading, and then she calls me later and she's like, "Can you repeat what you said?" And I'm like,
"No,
that's not how that works. Like, I'm connecting to spirit at the moment." Well, it just sounded too good to be true, so I stopped listening. Hello, why ask me? Why come to me for a reading then? Uh-huh. So what I had told her, and the spirit came through me, talked to me. They were like, okay, this, and this, and you're gonna be getting a raise. And
Miranda, we need to work on letting go some of this aggression, because I can feel it in my chest, girl. Oh my God.
I am aggressive lately. I have been.
And I just feel like it is because, one of the things I know for myself, and I think for you too, because
she's calling me out online.
I am, and I'm calling myself out at the same time though, because we both do this. Like, we don't know our worth spiritually. Other people see us as God sent, and we don't really understand it to the fullest extent. So therefore, we are having to get people like this that don't listen to us, so we can put our foot down, and so we can know what our time is worth, and so we can just push that shit on out the door and understand that, our knowledge is earned. Our time is earned, and we don't have to put up with that anymore.
No.
So, yeah, we're not pushovers anymore. We're not doormats, and I've come a long way, and Miranda has definitely come a long way too. And so, yeah, this new year is going to be like...
Just kidding.
No, and it's boundaries down, because when you have people that are ignorant and they don't understand, they're probably coming to you for a lesson. And if you're too weak to give it, then they're not getting their lesson. They're going to do the same shit to somebody else. So, we're just going to stick to that.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so also, spiritual perspective of letting go. The universe will remove the blocks that hold you back from becoming who you need to be. Okay? If you're not ready to do it, and you're holding out and you're hanging on too long, the universe is going to step in. God is going to step in and take that shit right from you.
Yeah, and your ancestors, because I can't tell you how many times I've been smacked in the back of the head for shit. Like,
tonta, you don't listen.
Yeah. What did I tell you, girl? No, seriously though, my ancestors come to me, and they'll come to me, and it's like, I know it's rough, because whenever I'm in trouble, and I've expressed this in the shop, whenever I'm in trouble, I'll dream of my ancestors, and I will be at a freaking table, and they will be letting me have it.
The gangster round table.
Yeah, and I'm like, so my dad's a little bit nicer though when he comes and visits me.
Yeah, so detachment, okay? Letting go, detachment is self-trust. You're trusting yourself that you know what's best for you. And it doesn't matter what happens after that, after letting go. It's going to happen either way, regardless. If it is destiny, it will happen. If it is on your own accord, you're going to make your own destiny, okay? It gives you the freedom. Love that's meant to stay will not require for you to self-betray, okay?
I love that.
Love that is meant to stay will not require you to self-betray. Okay, all together now. No, just kidding.
Manifestation. Take it back,
okay.
y'all.
And
just
what aligns with your life is not going to need to be chased. Like this whole new thing where these masculine men that are being, that are still in their feminine, want you to chase them.
Boy, please.
Exactly, boy, please. To me, that's weird shit. Weird shit. We are feminine, and it doesn't matter if you are a masculine feminine. You do not chase. If you are portraying the feminine in your relationship, you are not to chase. Masculine, they'll go after what they want. If they don't want you, they'll show you. I got proposed to. And
Oh,
then
shit.
I got proposed to this week, okay? And I'm stupid and I'm crazy. Like, and I'm ready to just be adventurous.
Doesn't make you stupid.
No, okay, I'm stupid crazy, and I'm gonna say not intelligent wise, but that I just don't care sometimes, and I'm just gonna do whatever. I got proposed to. Hey, let's go elope. Okay, don't tell me, don't play because I'm down. Like, I am ready to go do this and just live life, right, and take chances on the opportunities presented to me. Well, the universe had other plans, okay? Never heard from the fool again after that. So 5 days later, I'm here, and I was watching my messages for about 3 days. Now I'm just like, okay, bye boy, next, and it's not because I'm looking for a relationship or nothing like that, but I do have other people in my inboxes that I'm gonna put attention to. Why am I gonna waste attention on the one that's not responding?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Definitely.
Obviously, he said, watch my actions. I'm watching his actions. He showed me what was up. So, that's another thing. People will not lie to you. When they tell you something about them, they're not lying. So,
actions speak louder than words.
yes. I had some guy in my inbox today, and he was like, do you remember we met up? And I remember meeting up with him. I just met him one time. He's like, oh, I bet that ass is crazy. And I said, are you talking about my booty? Or are you talking about my mentality? Because yes, I am crazy. And he goes, oh, I bet you're not crazy. And I said, boy, I'm telling you I'm crazy. Please don't ever disregard.
Crazy.
I am crazy, okay? And it's not all the time, but I do have a crazy bone in me that will come out. And I'm sure y'all have seen it online, before I get a little out there, I get a little stupid. And I'm not saying stupid as unintelligent. I get stupid as in like wild. But yeah, I just thought that was hilarious. But no, he was talking about my booty. And I'm like,
I talk
well,
about her booty too.
yeah. I mean, it might be crazy in that way. Like, I took a fat shit today, Is that crazy enough for you? That is exactly what I told him, because that's just who I am. You're gonna come at me in a disrespectful or
My hair's like fluffy today. Sorry.
in an unintelligent way. I'm gonna hit you with that, with unintelligent and gross and shocking. So that's just what it is. Okay, so yeah, what alliance doesn't need to be chased at all. Men, we're not chasing you. And if you chase a man,
men are not chasing you. No, just kidding. You guys, if it's meant to be, it's gonna be crazy. Okay, I'll tell you that. My own experience.
yes,
They come into the shop, and then all of a sudden, it's like, I want to be here every week. I want to learn from you. I want to talk to you. And some of them, like, because I'll be honest, I'm a Virgo, and I can be an asshole. And
cheers.
And I'm just like, okay, whatever. Okay, whatever. And then, there. So, again, sometimes you get slapped with things.
Yeah, and consistency and actions are.
They do. They speak louder than words. And I will tell you, just because you are a man doesn't mean you can't help. Just because you are supposed to be this prissy little female doesn't mean you can't pick up that slack,
Exactly.
And you will see that, like, when you come into what's meant to be, you'll notice that you won't even have to ask for these things.
Right.
They're just there.
It's an automatic compromise.
Yeah, and it's crazy because I will tell you a little bit with me, like with my husband, the one that passed. It was the first time I had ever really spent time with him, and he actually made dinner for me. I went to his house, and I was like, I couldn't handle it. I didn't know what to do with that. I mean, coming from our type of community, like, we're the cookers, we're the cleaners, we're the providers. Like, you can throw your dirty clothes on the floor, and we'll have your clothes laid out for you on the bed.
Yep.
You just have to sit down, and we bring you your plate. Like, it was very, very different and very shocking for me. I had never dealt with that. And he was like, he grabbed me finally and was like, sit down. It wasn't mean, nothing, just sit down, relax. And I'm like, and he's like, okay.
I love this.
Okay. Yeah. He's like, okay, this is what we're going to do. What do you want to help with? And I was like, I can do anything. Just tell me what to do, because I can't sit here. And then finally, after a while, I got into the role of that. Like, even now, when I cook or when I'm cleaning, just for you to grab the vacuum and vacuum, I love it. The fact that you notice the trash needs to go out and I'm not yelling at you, I love it. I will tell you, some of the most impressive things for me when you know that it's right, it's simple and it's easy, and it's, you wouldn't think that it's anything.
Right.
You know, the starting of the car for you in the morning, or cleaning the car off so you don't have to.
Yeah.
The I'm leaving for work, but I don't want to wake you up because I know you didn't sleep type of things. But they still let you know.
Mm-hmm.
So
It's the consideration, and
yeah.
So it and yes, not everything's always great, but for the majority of it is going to be effortless.
Yeah.
So
Definitely.
anything aside from that is probably not going to last.
And that's another thing I'd want to point out too with that. Even when you know that things are not great, you guys are pissed at each other, and this can go for any type of relationship. You're not thinking of anything bad. You're thinking of, okay, where do we go from here? How do I fix this?
Mm-hmm.
You know, or I'm going to give you your space, but we're going to come back together in that moment.
Right.
That's how you know these things are lasting.
Yeah. And that's what you don't want to let go of. And don't let your ego get in the way, especially when you're not used to things like Miranda. She will run because things are good, okay?
I've run.
But she's learning this time around, and I've watched her, and I'm so proud of her because she's not running, and she's actually taking in, like, I told her, hey, you're fucking mean. Like, don't be so mean to him. You don't need to be. And she got mad, but she took it in, and I think she's a little bit nicer. I haven't heard her, talk some shit to her newbie, but he's very, very patient with her. I can't even believe it because I'm just like, wow.
He is.
It's awesome. I love it.
He really is. He really is.
So people want to know how do I start? Where do I start by letting go of this person? Okay, letting go of people in your lives, even things that you're used to, like traumas or addictions, anything like that. You got to grieve it honestly. You want to let yourself mourn the dream, not just the person. So you have to mourn the person or the thing, but also
what you thought you were
mourn what you thought you were going to have. Because even if it is an illusion, it was something to you. You have to take that into consideration. Okay. Also breaking energetic cords without bitterness. Energetic cords, these are the ones that are, connected from you to them, as far as like the chaotic energies, as far as the routines and different things like that. And you stop checking on them. Don't check their socials. It has to be no contact. No contact with them, or no contact with the addiction, or whatever it is. Pull back your energy daily. I know that when I went through my hardest breakup, every morning before I got out of bed, I was like, okay, because in my sleep, I literally would reconnect these fucking energy cords, right?
And that's normal.
And
that's normal.
I cut my energy, and it is from here in the center chakra, because that was the main emotional one, okay? And the root chakra. So it's like these three all in one. Chop 3 times. Chop, chop, chop. I release my energy from you. It is my energy, not yours. And I give you back your energy. And I would just do that once before, and once before I went to bed. And I had to do that for about a month, because then I started feeling like, okay, now it's sticking, and it's okay. It's okay, because in order to let go completely, you're going to have to pick up some other like routines and rituals, and then also release with love, not with anger. And even if they piss you off, like, release them. And I'm not saying don't release with hurt, because hurt and anger are 2 different things, okay?
Don't let it fester to where it becomes anger.
Right. Where it takes you out of your character, but also reclaim yourself. I release this with love, and I reclaim my energy. And that's exactly what I would do with the chopping. So don't romanticize potential. And this is what a lot of females do. I used to do this a lot.
I do it. I've done it. Even recently, up until October, I did it. After that ugly situation, I did it. And it was hurtful. And it was hurtful when the messages come through. It's, and now it's like, okay, whatever.
And this is where you love, where you let go of who they are, not who you thought they would be. Who you thought they would be
or who you wanted them to be.
Or who you wanted them to be, exactly, is not truth. It's an illusion. It is a straight up illusion. And just because they do probably have that potential, they obviously didn't want it, otherwise they would have gotten it on their own. Okay? This is for the people that like to fix others. You're only fixing others from your own traumas, and this is childhood traumas. Okay?
Called out again.
You know, and we all have them, and it's okay. It is okay to have them, but just recognize it and fix it. You know, people fix other people because they don't want to fix themselves. They don't want to spend time alone and focus on their own traumas, so they'd rather try and fix somebody else, and they get pissed off when they don't want to comply. Like, okay, this guy could be an amazing singer, but he has an addiction problem, he has an anger problem, he's depressed because of his own traumas that he's not willing to fix. So you're going to carry him and put him on the chi-chi, yes, the chi-chi, the tit, like a baby, you know, and carry him along. And then when he goes out and finds another woman that's just fun and this and that, isn't trying to be his mommy, you know, then you're going to get mad. And he still hasn't reached that potential. Why? Because he don't want to fucking be there. Okay? And this is where the reality has got to set in and show you, like, look, if he wanted it, he would already be there, or he would be on his way there. No. Or she would. Okay? Let me turn that around. Or she would too.
Or vice versa, yeah.
Yes.
Maybe that person would be there.
All right. So also you're gonna choose new rituals. So I did the cord cutting or the chopping. Also cord cutting with the candle. That's huge. You watching that and having that done, wanting to do that for yourself, is definitely a putting it out into the universe. It is magical. It does cut energetic cords when you put your intention there. Okay? Or even us putting the intention there too as healers, because we know right where your cords are, and us doing that as healers, we can also cut those cords too. But that's not it. You've got to put in the work. Like new rituals would be like ground in the morning before you get up, because you don't want your emotions all crazy.
And if your emotions are crazy that day, make space for that. I don't think a lot of people understand that, but make space for that. Mm-hmm. It's okay to be upset. It's okay to be hurt.
Yes.
And even if you are doing really good and then all of a sudden you have a setback, you know what? That's fucking fine. Yeah,
because emotions do need to be released. They cannot be pent up.
Mm-hmm.
Emotion, hurt, pain, grief. Yeah. And, you know, we're sensitive in these times when we are letting go and releasing, because we do feel, it does feel like a failure. It does feel like you felt, and that is not truth. This is you just letting shit go, okay? And I'm going to use the, if you glue two pieces of paper together, you know, front to back, and you put glue on them, and you hold them together, it doesn't matter if it's for 1 second or 10 years. When you rip that apart, it's never going to rip apart whole and whole. There's going to be fragments on each side and that's how our souls are. Because we've invested time in this person, we've invested love, emotions, spiritually, mentally, and physically into these people. So you have to heal yourself. So yeah, make time for that. You got to do some self-care, creativity. Always, if you're a creative person, fall into your creativity. I know my last breakup, I went real hard into doing the tarot class, coming up with different ideas.
I feel like she's still going hard.
I am still going hard because I still hurt from that release, even though I'm trying to move forward, because it is a continual letdown, and it's just because there's still love there, you know. But yeah, I'm gonna do what I have to for myself. I've let it go in a relationship aspect. My heart hasn't, but physically I have, and mentally, spiritually I have. I mean, you guys saw the whole fucking flare up when I did the cord cutting.
Where she set the plate on fire, you guys.
Yes.
This one is not allowed to burn things anymore, okay?
So we did all that.
The plate exploded.
Yeah, it did.
And I was like trying to talk and watch that and thinking, okay, do I grab the fire extinguisher or do I just let it happen?
Yeah. So utilize your creativity, get involved in yourself, let yourself be involved in what the things that make you happy. Self-pleasure. And this is wherever you want it to go. Okay, it's masturbation, or it could be look, I love ice cream. I'm gonna go get me ice cream cone, you know, or I'm a soda addict. Jeanette knows. I'm a soda addict, so I'm gonna go get me a Coke. And you know, whatever your pleasure is, bring that into your life, because that little bit of joy, that little bit of happiness and contentment will go a long way.
Yeah, because you're filling your soul.
Also, journaling prompts. Okay, and this is going to be a major thing, especially for people who just don't understand why. The why, okay? And when I'm saying the why is, why couldn't they love me? Why was I not enough? Why this and why that?
Or why do they keep reaching out and hurting you?
Yeah, because they will come back. They will come back, and it's just because it's easy.
Yeah, and a lot of times I will tell you, it's not for an apology, you guys. You won't get that.
Never.
You need to let that go. Like, you're not going to get that, and you need to be okay with that. And it sucks. I'm going to tell you right now, it sucks. And they maybe they did some really foul stuff, you know? In my case, they did really horrible, foul things over and over, and it was like, oh.
Yeah, then he tried to come in like as a friend, as I'm real cool, and, you know, I got you, and this and that, and then all of a sudden, bam, he would hit her with something real fucked up. You know?
So be okay with that. Be okay with that. It sucks, and I know that it sucks and it hurts, and I am so sorry that you're going through that. But again, there is nothing you guys are going to tell us that we haven't heard before.
Exactly, or been through.
Yeah, and you need that safe space.
You do.
It's very, very much. Exactly for time to relax. She said if they wanted to, they would, and that goes a long way.
It does. Exactly. And you know, we hear these little memes and stuff all across social media. Well, they're said for a reason, because there's truth behind it.
Things that resonate, definitely.
So a few journal things that you can do is, okay, one, what am I afraid will happen if I let go? Why am I afraid? What is actually going to happen to me? And the whole "but did you die" thing comes into play. You know what I mean?
That's what people say when they drive with me. No, just kidding.
And this just brings me back to my marriage. You know, when he left me and I was dying, I literally was dying, guys. 3 months to live, okay? And he left me for another woman. I didn't even know where to turn. Plus, I was in a state with no family. I just had me and my kids. My health was not okay. Of course, 3 months to live. And my husband was gone with another woman. After 17 years of dedication, you don't know what the fuck to do with yourself after that. I'm telling you. And so I felt like I was dying. And yes, your emotions are gonna hurt so bad that you feel like you're dying, but you're not physically dying. Okay? That is mourning. That is mourning what was. So what are you afraid of is gonna happen if you let go? Another thing is, what has this connection taught me about myself? Having this connection, what lessons did you learn? You got to look at the good and the bad. Be honest with yourself. You know, they always say once you start journaling for about 15 minutes, then your true self starts to write.
And I would agree with that. I started journaling after Willis had passed. So I agree with that wholeheartedly.
And then another idea is, who do I become when I choose peace? Who am I? And that's where you want to start setting your goals too.
I want to put something out there on that. A lot of people are like, I choose peace. Yeah, you may choose peace, but getting that peace is not easy. Just because you decide you're going to choose it, you're still going to go through those emotions. You're still going to feel that. I mean, you guys seen it. When I was choosing peace, even now, sometimes I get shaky or upset. And it's like, because it comes out of nowhere sometimes. And, you know, it's not always an easy road. But if you choose peace and you stick with it, you will see it.
Yeah. And also, you need to walk the walk if you're going to talk the talk, okay? Who do I become when I choose peace? Who is that person? You really need to think about that. You know, just let you know that letting go is an act of self-respect. And when you finally release, like, what hurts you, you make room for the love that you want. You make room for the blessings that come in. You make room for your manifestations. And you make room for your future self.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And a lot of times, this resonates too, because I heard this not too long ago. where they're like, you accept the love you think you deserve. Well, you're letting go of that you think you deserve, and you're allowing yourself to realize what you deserve. And
Exactly.
you've taught me that quite a bit, you know. So I just wanted to throw that out there.
Yeah, because sometimes unknowingly we will subconsciously self-sabotage
I do that.
because we don't truly believe that we deserve certain things in our lives, but we do. And that is something you just have to overcome. And whether you're using affirmations, I always tell people, put your affirmations on the mirror so that you can see them daily. Whether you're lazy to read them, you don't want to, your subconscious will read that. It knows what's there, and it's registering it into your mind. These things help. You know, self-talk, self-love, all of that.
Set a timer.
Right.
Set
And,
a timer.
you know, going from this, you know, that's pretty much what it takes to let go. But I also wanted to talk a little bit about now and people with their suicidal thoughts, because it is that time of year.
Yeah, it is that time of year, you guys.
Oh, that shit makes me want to cry.
And I've had a few people that have come in, but I feel like you've gotten bombarded with them quite a bit.
Oh
this
gosh,
year.
yeah, and it hits me because I do take in a lot of their energy, and yeah, I release them and stuff, but man, I get so emotional.
You guys, when we do cleansings, that's one thing I would highly recommend. If you're having those scary thoughts, and you've tried certain things, whether it's medication, especially if you're doing medications. With medications, you guys, you have to understand that yes, it's benefiting you, but at the same time, it's weighing your spirit down. Because, and at the same time, I'm not saying that you shouldn't take them. You're not at the point where you can do it without it. And that's okay. But know that that does weigh heavy on your spiritual self. So you need to have cleanses. You need to do those things. It's part of letting go.
Mm-hmm.
You're cleaning a lot of ugliness out because you're bringing your better self in.
Right. Yeah, and you know, suicidal thoughts do increase around this time of year because the holidays.
A lot of people think you're supposed to be happy. I will tell you, I hate the holidays. I absolutely hate the holidays. And people are like, you're a Grinch. I don't want to hear fucking Christmas music. And it's not because I'm a Grinch, but I feel like the holidays bring out the worst in people.
It does.
And for me, it hurts me because when I had met Willis, the kids were still young.
Yeah.
And with their father, with the kids' dad, he never wanted to help me do the Christmas thing. I didn't have it when I was young, so why are they going to have it?
Right.
And so I ended up trying to do all those things on my own. I didn't realize that I was already very much a single parent while I was married. And then when I came into this relationship, he was like all for it. He's like, oh, we're going to wrap Christmas presents. Let's put them to bed early. Oh, you made cookies? Like, oh, you know, like,
yeah.
And you've seen me. I'm crafty when you see me. I'm very crafty, but I was out of control, you guys. I was one of those Pinterest wives where my husband would come home and he'd eat fucking salad out of a jar because I was that crazy. And it was never anything bad for him. He was always like, where do you need my house?
He was ready.
Yeah, he was like, where do you need my house? Oh, this is so creative. You know, so for me, I mourn in this type of season.
Well, yeah, because okay, so this is what I looked up, and it says it amplifies loneliness because of the expectations of joy clash with your own reality. We don't just automatically get joyous in fucking December, yo, just because there's Christmas lights and shit like that.
Christmas music
You
playing.
know, if you're not happy, you're not happy. And you're not, don't expect yourself to, just because it's December and Christmas, you have to be happy. Because that misconception will throw you into a downhill. And then also grief surfaces because memories come up. That's when, you know, these certain holidays, unfortunately, our culture has glamorized these holidays to where it's gatherings of family, gatherings of happiness, gifting, laughing, food, you know, just coming together. And when you're by yourself, or you're not in that happy mood, you have those memories or those anniversaries, and so it weighs heavy on you because you seem to think that this is what it's supposed to be. This is the perfect image, and it is not that. Also, the seasonal, it's a seasonal affective disorder because of the less sunlight.
The vitamin D and things like that.
Serotonin, your serotonin is lower, so it does bring on a seasonal depression. Also, financial stress. People are overbuying. You don't have to fucking go all out and buy. Like,
Yeah, that's
I'm
one
gonna
thing
tell
that
you
I
what
will
my
tell you, a lot
daughter,
of people don't realize.
my daughter this year did all her shopping at fucking the Goodwill DI, and she will go and get a pair of shoes and make them look brand spanking new. And she'll go and put a coating on like a little sign or something and make it look brand spanking new. And she gifts these things to people because she knows, hey, I'm not gonna waste all my money on gifts just because that is the tradition or that's the routine, because half the time the kids are playing with the wrapping paper and the little
And the box anyway.
the little things, hitting each other with swords and shit rather than their gifts. So
And
those
this year, I
obligations.
will say, a lot of people are struggling. A lot of people are struggling.
Yeah.
Food wise, being able to pay their bills.
Yeah.
Just there's a lot of struggle out there. And
Because-
if you are, you're not alone.
No, and I've been in a space too where I felt so bad because I had to tell my kids, like, look, I have to pay rent. I can't get you guys Christmas, but tax season. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we always resort to tax season. I'll make up for it. And it's sad that we have to even think about that or do that, because why? Christmas, is very glamorized, with commercialized is what I want to say.
Yeah.
And
I'll buy
as
you my
long as-
hubby a new car.
Yeah.
While I'm taking the bus.
Right. I'm pimping out rides right here now. So, it's not necessary, but also the forced togetherness. Like, when you have trauma in families and you're forced to be together with them,
That's rough.
it's rough as fuck. And I'm not trying.
And I will say, okay, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but
No, you're fine.
I will say, you guys don't realize, like, if your family treats you poorly, your offspring is going to see that. And maybe they won't resent you. Maybe they're going to feel bad for it, though. They're going to be like, they treat you like shit. Why are you doing this to yourself? Why are you allowing these people to bring you down to this ugly level? And sometimes we're doing it out of love, and maybe they don't understand that right now. But you know what? You don't have to compromise who you are to make somebody else happy.
Yeah, and I do feel a little bit guilty. I'm kind of dipping my toes in that this year because, like, if you've watched our podcast before, me and my family situation is not too great. And I did get a text from my mom being like, are you going to come? And, I just had to sit there and really think about it. Do I even want to go? I really don't want to go because I don't want to have to face the people that I'm not okay with. And it's not even facing them because I'm scared, because I'll beat the shit out of anybody. You know what I mean? And it's not even that I want to. But it's just like, why do I want to dirty my energy with that bullshit?
Yeah.
Because I already know what it consists of. And I'm not saying I'm better than anybody else, but it's just something I've rid my life of. And so I decided, okay, I'm going to go just for a little bit and we'll just see what happens. Yeah, we'll see what happens. If I end up in jail, y'all better all pitch in for my damn bail money.
Don't worry. I feel like we've permanently created a bail fund here. No, I'm just kidding.
Right. Okay, and some other reasons why people get so down and depressed is because it's the end of the year, you're reflecting on life, and you're not where you want to be. Who is ever where they want to be, right? Okay, that is...
Sometimes we need to be okay with where we're at.
Exactly, because we might have goals and stuff, but anything planned out, it's not going to work out that way unless you are actively every day on top of your shit. And I don't know too many people that are. So 95% of the people are not where they want to be or where they thought they were going to be. And that is okay. That is okay. Be kind to yourself. Give yourself some grace. And then also the isolation because it's cold. I'm one of those. I hate the cold. I don't want to be out in the cold. I'll stay in my bed and I don't want to go anywhere because it's too fucking cold. I get cold, I'll pee myself. And it's not okay.
I get that.
It's like, fuck, it's cold. Okay, my bladder just fucking told on me, right? And I just want you to know that suicidal thoughts, suicidal tendencies are not because people are weak. They're just overwhelmed, overstimulated, and undersupported. Okay? So please reach out. Please reach out to people that you know are by themselves, people that you know battle like depression and stuff like that. Also, 988. Anybody that does have suicidal thoughts or anything like that,
Yes,
type
you guys.
988 is a support. 1-800-273-TALK is a crisis. And there's
I love that you did that. Thank you. I love
You're
that
welcome.
you did that.
And then there's also something called a Utah Warm Line. And this is just if you need to talk. These people are here to listen to you. And it's 801-587-3000. And it's peers. It's people like that are volunteers and they're just more than likely. And those are just some of the things that you can reach out to or give to your people that are depressed. Put it on their fucking fridges. So how do you get out of this mindset, this depressed mode? Cold sensory reset.
Splash water on your face.
Cold water. Step outside in the freezing cold. Ice.
Yeah.
Ice on your hands, face, chest.
Mm-hmm. I was taught if you put it here, it automatically, what it does is it sends, this sounds really traumatic, but I promise you, it sends, like you're drowning, to your brain, and all of a sudden it will stop your anxiety or your trigger moments because you're like, okay, I've got to get back into life mode.
Yeah, it puts you in a shock. Like it shocks your body, your mind, your senses. So that's one way to snap out of this depression. Also, move around, turn on some music, and just let your mind go and move. It's like them hippie moments, where they just fucking get into it. Yeah, I do that too. I love that.
I do that a lot.
But I'm like breakdancing and shit. Like I think I can breakdance and do the robot, but I really can't. I always wanted to though. So I pretend.
She looks cool in her mind, y'all.
I do. I look so cool in my mind, but I can't. I try to backspin and I fucking.
Like, Grandma, what are you doing?
Right. I get a kink in my neck and I'm like, help me! I can't get on my neck. It's fun.
And they're like, oh, here we go. Granny's gone wild.
Right.
You know who I'm talking to. No, just
and
kidding.
last but not least, like reach out to your support system. Get your focus off of where you're at and start talking to other people. If you battle this, get a support system. And that's where you can use the warming line. It will definitely help you guys, and we don't want to lose any more people more people than what we need to.
No, absolutely not. And this year, I feel like it's been. We talk about these shifts within spiritual people. We can feel the vibration, and we feel that shift already. So there's so many people that are being lost as it is.
Yeah, and I'm gonna tell you too. Like the young kid that came in today, gifted, but no purpose. Like I don't even see my purpose. I'm so angry and he's still really young in life. That okay, you got a lot of learning to go, but I don't want him to lose his life before he does that. You know what I mean? Because it's to the point where there is no outlet for this poor kid. And so I did give him some options, plus a cleansing, an energetic cleansing, and a soul cleansing, to hopefully help him as well as the tools to be able to move forward. So
I love that.
It's just crazy.
No, I love that.
Okay, guys, we're running short on time, but we are going to move into Yule rituals, okay? We got Yule coming up. So now that we're out of the depressing talk, Miranda's going to hype it up a little bit.
Just kidding. I'm really not. I'm just me. Okay, so Yule is actually our winter solstice celebration. Now, this is one of the oldest seasonal festivals honoring the longest night of the year, you guys, and the rebirth of the sun. Now, this is traditionally done on the 20th through the 22nd. With that being said, what does this represent? The representation of it talks about death and rebirth. We go into the season where things die, but then we're getting prepared for spring and it's rebirth. The sun god is actually reborn after the darkest night. Me and the lately, I don't know what's wrong with me.
I do that too.
Light returns. And this is a reminder, you guys, that even in the darkness, light still is promised. There's still an end at that tunnel. There's still light at that tunnel, you guys. Now, another thing that I want to say is we are so damn busy, especially during the holidays. We don't take a breath. And right now, it's about stillness. It's about reflection. A lot of people won't slow down enough. I know my daughter is one of these people because she will keep herself so busy that she doesn't feel. And it's like,
yeah, it's the numbness.
yeah, it's the numbness. So stillness and reflection, we need to slow down. We need to embrace that. Oh my gosh.
Ay, Dios.
This is our time to rest. This is our time to dream. This is our time to set intentions, you guys. So go ahead and do that.
Does that say Eden up there?
Yeah, looks like it.
Okay.
Also, this is going to be our ancestral connection. You guys, whether you believe it or not, just because we're out of Samhain does not mean that our ancestors are not connecting. I will tell you, this last week, I have had more people popping in and out than anybody. It is so crazy. And I've had several clients that have just come in and, oh, your grandma's with you. Oh, this person is with you. And they have messages. You guys, they have these messages. So just because you think that the veil is not thin, your people are not coming in for, no, they are always with you and they will come in.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So,
and for some reason, I do feel like it is because the end of the ninth cycle, the 9th year, that there's more around because there are people letting go of so generational curses, trauma, different things like that. So they're here being supportive and they need you to know that they're here with you.
Yes. So with your ancestral connections, you know, with the feeling deep and the quiet, you know, you are going to feel them. We are being forced to take a pause. And we are being, a lot of us are generational curse breakers right now. And you guys are going to feel it. And I'm sorry, but damn it, you're strong enough.
It's not easy. It is hell. But you are strong enough and you are going to overcome this.
This time right now, too, you guys, it is very important. It is a perfect time for us to honor our ancestors. Honor those who came before us. Honor those, say you have a friend that you used to work with and they passed. Honor the fact that they gave you something with that memory. Mm-hmm. Honor that. So I wanted to point out some symbols of Yule. So you guys, the Christmas tree. Okay, the Christmas tree. A lot of us pagans, spiritualists, witchy people, we get so much crap for it. But in all honesty, the Christmas tree is a symbol of that. Mm. Now, we have Christmas tree incense in the shop, you guys.
Smell it. Hold on.
She's like, I want to smell it.
That's crazy.
Does it smell like a Christmas tree?
It kind of smells like, a sweet Christmas tree. It smells good though.
I want to smell it.
I would so burn it.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Not them damn pine candles. With that being said, we have pine as well. And then
balsam and cedar.
Balsam and cedar. You guys cleanse stuff out. Great. Now, symbols of Yule. We're going to have our evergreens. This is, you know, pine, spurs, holly. Now, what that represents is eternal life. Eternal life. You guys, just because we're in the dark season does not mean that we are not living and we are not thriving, because we very much are. We just may be quiet at the moment.
Right. And it's funny because I looked up the mistletoe meaning or why the mistletoe is around, and it's because without a root it'll grow. Like without roots it will grow, and that is everlasting life, basically. You know what I mean?
Yes. Eternal life.
Eternal. There you go.
What the hell of it?
I know. I think it's the incense.
Oh my gosh.
I held a little too much.
Maybe I did. The Yule log. You guys, a lot of us that are very well practiced, we will create a Yule log. Mm-hmm. Now, what this symbolizes is protection, abundance, and blessings. Mm-hmm. Candles. You guys, there is a plethora of candles. There is no reason not to have candles. When there is darkness, we create a light. Mm-hmm. Now, if you can't light a candle, that's fine. Get one of those little, like us.
Mm-hmm. Use your elementals. Fire.
Yes. You know, create a little fire. Bonfires are great. I love them. I need to stop being so fire feisty because I'm turning into you.
Hey, man.
So what the candles represent, they represent the return of the sun.
Uh-huh.
Now, wreaths. So the wreaths, they are representing, sorry guys, my eye itches. They're representing the wheel of the year. So it's a big circle. The earth is not flat. You guys, we are no longer Christopher Columbus thinking we're going to sail off the end of the earth. It is round. And he set out to prove that. Although I'm native, so we have some beef there. And then apples, oranges, nuts. You guys, what this symbolizes is fertility, prosperity. We still have these things. A little funny knowledge with the oranges. The gift of an orange has been celebrated for centuries. And the reason for this is because back in the old, I'm going to say old days, back in the other times, only wealthy families could afford this orange. And
wow.
It was such a gift because it was hard to have those things shipped in. Now, you can walk into the store and buy a big ass crate of oranges, which I always do. My mom always gifted us an orange during Christmas, and now we gift chocolate oranges. But I still keep that tradition alive, and even though my kids are grown, I still stick an orange in their stocking because that was done for me. But the reason for it is because we're celebrating how prosperous we are with the orange. Now, I will tell you a little trick with the orange. You guys, with the orange, you can create your own little cleansing, healing, celebratory thing. You are going to take the orange and you are going to stick all the cloves in it.
So, time to relax. She says, my grandpa would dress up as Santa and hand out oranges for parties. We love doing oranges at Christmas. That's cute. I like
love
that.
I love that. So my mom always did that, my grandma. So it's like, okay. But that little ritual, I didn't even know it was a ritual, you guys, until...
ritual. What is it?
So you take the orange and you stick the clove in it.
Okay.
The cloves. And
For
it's
what?
actually like a natural potpourri. But come to find
I
out...
bet it smells nice.
Come to find out, it's used to keep your home protected.
Okay, I can see that.
During the holidays. And to stop any... especially if you have gifts or people coming over and stuff like that, it's actually an antibacterial as well.
Nice. So, also, you can
use gossip, y'all.
You can use oranges to cleanse yourself.
Cleanse yourself, cleanse your home. Clove, stop the gossip. Yep. Cleanse. It's great. It's great. All right. Colors, guys. We're gonna symbolize the colors here. So we've got green, of course, and then we have red. Gold. That's so funny that they felt like that because they did it naturally and I didn't have to do anything. It's a natural witch to me. White, of course, and silver. These colors are often represented during Yule. Let's see. Because you were talking about letting go, you guys, we sell wonderful banishing candles. We're going to banish that ugly shit in our life just so we can have good things come through. Pine needles. A lot of times, if you cannot do your own Yule log, go out, grab a stick, throw some pine needles on it. Throw any one of these incense, cloves, cinnamon, rosemary. All of these represent that. Or create your own simmer pot. Simmer pots are very big, especially, you know, the whole Lululemon, you know, that whole fad type thing. You guys, witch people have been doing this for centuries. Okay.
And also you can put them into your little jars that we talked about last week.
So, we will not be doing an episode this next week just because it falls close to the holiday and we will not be in the shop. The shop will actually be closed. So we are going to send you guys a couple of short skits or whatever. I will cover a Yule jar and how to create one later on. And yeah.
Okay. All right. And also I just want to say, with New Year's coming in, if you are not feeling doing your New Year's resolutions, it's okay. You know, you can wait till the witches, what is it? The witches New Year?
Yeah, the witches New Year.
Okay. You can wait till the witches New Year. Me, I've never known about the witches New Year because, you know, this is all new to me. But I would always tell people, like, don't make resolutions during the dead year. Nothing will grow from that. You're making promises to the dead earth right now. It's stagnant energy and there's nothing moving that forward. So if you don't feel obligated to do New Year's resolutions, it is okay. Wait till springtime comes. Wait till the witch's new year to do these resolutions, and that'll give you time to reflect and really concentrate on what it is that you want. You know, because if you're trying to come up with New Year's resolutions 1 week after Christmas, we know that from October to the end of the year, it's crazy. You don't have time to reflect on that. And also, if you have real mistletoe, keep that shit. Okay.
Yes. I love that you bring that. Guys,
that
we
shit.
actually sell it in the shop, and we were just informed that it was used for baneful magic.
Mhm.
So some of us that need to be a little baneful, we have it in the shop.
Yeah. And you know, it doesn't hurt to keep these
Remember-
things around. You never know when you're gonna need it.
Yes, and they're poisonous, so watch out for young children and animals.
Make sure it is put away in a
In a jar.
jar.
Just kidding.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So we will touch a little bit on New Year's. More than likely, we'll include a skit this next week covering New Year's traditions. We do still have New Year's Eve incense in the shop. If you guys are wanting to get a jump on that, please come in. We will be open this next week only on Tuesday and Saturday. So Tuesday and Saturday, you guys. So come into the shop
So
if
what
you're
is that for?
interested.
What is
New
it?
Year's Eve incense. A lot of times after you cleanse, you're going to burn this. And what it's going to do is it's going to bring all the good stuff in for the new year. I myself create baths. We will probably more than likely put a couple of things out. You know, normally I do the kit for New Year's where it's the bath and it's the incense and a candle. We can do that again this year.
Yeah.
If you're interested, let us know.
I'm
And
gonna tell you, her baths are amazing. They definitely are healing, cleansing, and that's all. If you need to maintenance your cleansing from us or from somebody else, and you're trying to maintenance that until like for 6 months or whatever, come get you a bath. It's definitely gonna keep you
Emma,
going.
thank you.
It'll keep you going. It'll keep you good.
Yeah, and Hispanic families, I know a lot of times we do a very big thing during just right after Christmas where we cleanse everything out, and then because there's so many things, like you'll see us, we're nuts. We won't vacuum. We won't. My kids think I'm crazy because we don't open the doors the next day. We do not open the doors the next day because I'm trying to keep all the goodness in. But anyways, they're like, Mom, can we open the window? I go, no, we're not. Once we go out there and we send that ugliness away, we're closing the doors and we're keeping the goodness, and then we'll open them again later.
That's so funny. I've never heard of that either.
I'm a cuckoo. I'm not even kidding. I'm a cuckoo. Okay?
Hey, so you can keep everybody hostage for a while if you want to keep all the goodness in.
Yeah, my daughter.
That just sounds like some psycho shit.
It really is, but what it is for me is it's a time for us to stay close together.
Oh, okay.
Because I want us to be close throughout the new year. So that's when you take out the board games. That's when you make your big pot of pozole. And you want to eat pork, you know, because pigs, they always forage ahead. They always forage ahead. Greens. I love to make collard greens. My kids will not eat them, but I will have a little bit because I'm allergic and I get sick. But I am not going into the new year without having some greens, y'all.
Oh, so
because
you don't do the
I
black
need
eyed
money.
peas?
Oh no, I do black eyed peas, girl.
Do you? Okay.
I do me some black eyed peas.
I ain't never had none.
I'm
Never.
gonna make you. Actually, I make an amazing black eyed pea dip.
Okay.
I will eat that until I'm sick because I love it. So yes, black eyed peas, collard greens. You know, the pork. I will not make chicken enchiladas because we will not eat chicken on the new year because I'm weird like that. Like I said, I got all kinds of stuff. You guys, I'm
Okay.
just like,
No, that's interesting. That's so interesting to know. Cornbread. Susie said cornbread.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Cornbread, the cornmeal.
yes.
I can understand that.
It's harvest,
Yeah.
you guys.
I think pork, and I think, okay, we need to keep the bellies full.
Yeah, definitely. One pozole, you guys, we always do. I don't know, most families, because we end up making tamales. I am actually doing tamales this weekend. I hate doing tamales. It is, everybody will hear me and I'm like, I gotta do tamales. But I do it for my grandma because she loves them. And I hate making them.
I saw a new thing. It's called a tamasole, and is a tamale with just the corn, the hominy, and the juice from pozole on top of it, and so there's no meat in it. And then you put all the toppings. So yeah, that's
Are you
kind of
gonna try
interesting.
it?
I'm gonna try
If
it.
she tries it, I'll let you guys know.
Yeah.
She'll tell me too. But no, I'm
Okay,
not
guys.
a tamale girl. And by the time, anyways, we all know those memes. But yeah, so again, we usually make tamales, and my grandma's big thing is because I'm really the only one in my family who makes pozole. My grandma's always like, you know what we can do with that extra meat? You can make a big batch of pozole for the new year.
Right.
Okay, Grandma, I got you. So,
Well, you guys have a good holiday. Merry Christmas. Happy Yule. Happy Hanukkah. Feliz Navidad. Whatever it is, you guys have a good one. Stay safe. Stay sober. Don't drink and drive. And stay. You guys are close here, so
yes, absolutely.
reach out. And
From
trust
the
somebody.
warmness of us to you. You may have a,
From the fire sign right here.
yeah.
I light it up.
She'll light it up. She will.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Good night.